do the sex.
Hi everybody, I'm Annette Benedetti, a sex, intimacy, and relationship coach and the trusted host of the Women's Sexuality podcast, Locker Room Talk and Shots. I am here today to introduce you to the Remy Pinpoint G-Spot Vibe by Knock First. Now recently I've published a whole bunch of content on how to find and wake up and explore the pleasure of the G-spot. And this luxury toy promises to be the perfect tool for doing all of that. Now, I had the opportunity to spend a whole bunch of time with her, and I've got a lot to say. But before we dive in, make sure to like and subscribe to my channel and scroll down and like and subscribe to my e-newsletter so you can receive reviews just like this one, along with sexpert-backed information that's going to start improving your sex life and self-pleasure life starting tonight. Okay, let's dive in. The first thing I want to note about the Remy G-Spot Pinpoint Vibe is that it's made out of body-safe, high-quality, super silky silicone. It's really luxurious to the touch, very gentle feeling, and this is going to be important later. The second thing I want to note is the length. It is about 7 inches from tip to base. It has approximately 3.5 to 4 inches of insertable length. Most people aren't going to need that when exploring their G-spot, but it's useful, and I'll also get to that later. You'll notice its ergonomic shape and the bend up here at the tip. So it's very specifically designed to reach the G-spot and add some stimulation there. The profile of the Remy shows you that it's got these beautiful ridges. And I've talked about these kinds of ridges on other toys and why I like them. First of all, they add stimulation when using them for exploration and play, but they're also great for gripping onto lube and making your lube last longer. Nothing is worse than getting excited, almost getting there or to the orgasm or the next orgasm and running out of lube. Because as we all know, sometimes our bodies don't always create the wetness we want or need for play, even when we're super excited. Another thing to take note of when it comes to the Remy's design is it's very flexible. You can see this is an extremely flexible toy, more flexible than most G-Spot vibes I've used. A lot of G-Spot vibes, though they have this curve in them, are stiffer. They definitely don't have this kind of give. Now, the reason why I think pointing out and talking about the material the Remy is made out of and its flexibility is important is this comes in extra handy, especially for women who may experience pain with insertion, whether that's with a penis or with toys, or women in perimenopause or menopausal who have more delicate skin down there. It may be thin and tear easy or just painful. The size, shape, texture, and flexibility of this toy makes it incredibly easy and gentle on the vulval skin when inserting, especially when it's all lubed up. The tip actually isn't that big at all. In fact, a lot of G-Spot vibes have a much thicker curved tip. This is actually quite small, not too much bigger than my finger, and I've got small hands. So that's also good for people who maybe experience pain from insertion because they've had trauma and they tense up with insertion. So when trying to explore that area, open up that area, maybe revive the skin down there, or de-armor some of that tension. I've talked about de-armoring in my other G-Spot episodes. Basically, de-armoring is using toys like the Remy to begin to release some of the tension from trauma or pain that might keep a woman or a person with a vulva from enjoying insertion, but using a tool like this to help release that tension. So the Remy is gentle and perfect for doing that kind of work with someone who might struggle with insertion. Even though the Remy isn't a big toy, even though its tip is fairly small and flexible, it comes with 5 vibrations. And I was super impressed with the intensity of the vibrations. But before we get to talking about that, the other thing that I really love about this toy is the simplicity of its design. So you can see it has a power on button there in the middle, and then it has a minus button and a plus button. It's about as straightforward as you can get for using a toy. And if you're someone who is just starting to explore your G-spot, the last thing you need to be doing is fumbling around with a lot of buttons to get your pleasure tool to work. So the Remy, you just hold to press to turn it on, and it's on, and it's jacked up all of the way right now, but you can just power it down with that minus button, power it up with the plus button, and it's actually incredibly powerful. The vibes are super powerful if you jack it all the way up, and you can really feel it in the tips. But I will say this, because of the material it's made out of, the vibes are not overwhelming. They're not overstimulating. Even when it's turned up the entire way, the vibrations aren't so intense that they're going to cause pain, which when we're dealing with the G-spot and insertion tools, especially when someone's really exploring their G-spot and how to pleasure it, we want to make sure that we aren't overwhelming the G-spot, that we're not overstimulating it, we're not causing it pain and causing the vagina to shut down and tell us to get the F out. Now, I had this mic'd when I turned on, and so it may have sounded louder than it is, but another highlight about this tool is that it isn't loud at all. This is definitely a pretty discreet toy. When it's all the way up, you can hear it, but if you've got it under the covers and you're using it, you can't hear it outside of the covers. Again, in my life, I rarely have to worry about discretion, but this could be very important to people who have kids or people who are maybe more of the sensual type and really need to not be distracted by sound. So if you have your own self-pleasure journey going on, or you and a partner are working on figuring out how to wake your G-spot up, and you want to be able to sink into your body and not be distracted by loud, annoying sounds, this tool is great for that. Again, when you jack it all the way up, it makes a buzz, but it's much quieter than your average toy. I have 2 more features to mention when it comes to the Remy that are important. It is a rechargeable toy, so charge it up, it's ready to go. It's also waterproof, so it's very versatile. It can be used in the bathtub, it can be used in the shower. Anywhere you go, it's going to be very easy to use and player friendly. So let's talk about when and how the Remy can be used and what I love about it. First of all, the size and shape of this toy are hands down one of my favorite things about it. It's small. This is a toy that can be brought with you anywhere. It's going to be travel friendly. It's going to be discreet. And I love that about this toy. The flexibility of the head not only comes in handy when you're doing your own self-exploration, and is not only a bonus if you're someone who is maybe more delicate when it comes to penetration. It's super handy if you want to use it during sex with your partner. The lovely thing about this toy is that because of the sort of handle that reaches out and it gets skinny here and then it gets fatter here and it flexes, is it can reach into different areas from different angles. So you can use it during partner play to hit your clit, to add some vaginal stimulation, whether you're on top or they're behind you, or you're trying to do some weird, complicated position. This toy has reach, has flexibility, and can add stimulation wherever you want to stimulate yourself. So that's the other things. I love the Remy as not only a G-spot pinpoint toy, but also a sensation play toy. The vibrations are lovely and perfect for using to wake up, the skin on your arm, on your neck, nipple play, clitoral play. This would be a great tool to play with your clit while you're engaging in sex with someone else. Your hand doesn't have to get down in there. It's small enough to fit between two bodies without getting in the way. So it's very versatile. It's versatile for couples play. It's versatile for solo play. You can take it on the road with you. You can take it when you go visit family and need to, have a little sexy time because it's not that loud. A couple final notes about the Remy G-Spot Pinpoint Vibe by Knock First. While it is a great tool for people to use who maybe have more delicate skin in the vaginal area or who are new to exploring their G-spot, it's also a great toy for newbies to toys. Because of its 3 buttons, its simple design, the fact that it delivers a really good range of vibration intensities, it's going to be perfect for someone who just wants a toy they can pick up and get started with right away. The cool thing about it, though, is it's not just for newbies, and it's not just for people who are newly exploring their G-spot. It's great for people who are advanced players and just want something simple to add to their sensation play and fun. If you have already awoken the G-spot because of the added length, you can also then take it deeper to try to pinpoint, locate new erogenous zones within the vaginal canal. So in general, the Remy is a great exploration toy. It's a great toy for adding to something that's great already, and it's incredibly versatile. Finally, another highlight when it comes to the Remy is it's not going to break the bank. It's about $40 at the time of recording. If you want an additional 15% off, Knock First is offering 15% off your first purchase of Knock First products when you use this code. You can find the Remy at shopknockfirst.com, or you can scroll down and click on the link below. It will take you right to the Remy. If you are wanting more information on exploring the G-spot and awakening the pleasure of the G-spot, and if you want some ideas on how to use the Remy on the G-spot or to find the G-spot, make sure to like and subscribe to my channel. Scroll down. I will be including links to the information I already have available to you in the description of this review. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to my e-newsletter below. So until next time, I'll see y'all in the locker room. Cheers.
Do the sex.